Hey, so this is my second take doing this. I ran 10 minutes thinking I was recording and I actually wasn't. So hopefully now it is recording. So this is my first long form video that I'm posting here on this YouTube channel. If you've looked around or if you'll look around after this video on my channel, all you'll see are exercise demos because that's all I used it for. I used it as an exercise library. I design and I coach clients on exercise, or I design programs and then I coach people on how to use the programs. And I also help them with their diets and lifestyle stuff. So I use the channel as a link for people who are new to exercise and didn't know how to do the exercises I programmed, essentially. And there's a lot of rubbish on the internet and people demonstrating exercises wrong. I wanted to demonstrate it the way I wanted them done. So essentially that's all the YouTube channel was used for. But as of late, I've been thinking I'd do some more long form video, and this is the first one. And in this video, I just wanted to chat about, I guess, the things that I consider essential for staying fit and healthy as you age. There's a lot of talk about longevity online at the moment, about aging well, about how muscle is important, which is all very true. But I wanted to add my 2 cents and the things that I do to keep me going at 43 years old now. I'm turning 44 soon. And I'm super interested in longevity because I want to age well and I want to be able to do fun things. And also just the perspective change for me. There's been a perspective switch from my early days when I got into the gym to now. So yeah, this might be a bit of a longer video, but I want to break down who I am and what I've based my fitness around. And if it's something that'll interest you, you can come back. Next year, in 26, I'll be posting a whole lot more videos like this. And hopefully they gain some traction. If not, I'll just do it for myself, I guess. But anyway, so first thing I wanted to start with was my own history and how I got into exercise. I've always been someone who loves sports. I grew up playing sports. I come from a country in South Africa where sports is very important. And especially as a boy, it's where you make your best friends. You meet your best friends for life. And in South Africa, the big sports are cricket and rugby, and I played both of them. So my introduction to formal sports was through cricket. I played football or soccer in other parts of the world. And then when I was 14, I started playing rugby, and that became my passion. And so when I was going into my final year of school, I decided I wanted to be in the first team rugby, to make first team rugby, which is like varsity, making varsity in America, or the top team anywhere else in the world. And the problem I had was I'd only started playing rugby at a later age. And so my ball skills weren't great. You know, I could read a game, but I wasn't the best at it. I wasn't the quickest and I wasn't the biggest. So I had to figure out a way in order to be effective at rugby. And I just thought, well, if I was bigger, I'd be able to absorb hits better and also dish out hits a lot more. And if you've never watched a rugby game, I'll try and insert something in here so you can see the violence in rugby. But anyway, I went away over my summer vacation and I packed on maybe 15 kilograms. Not all of it muscle, obviously, but I came back bigger, stronger, and I did manage to play first team and I had a decent amount of success. Fast forward to leaving school and getting to work, I needed something to do and I decided to join the gym. And that's where the journey began, and that was years ago. And it's been like that ever since. I don't miss gym unless I'm sick or I'm away or there's no access to a gym. But even then, I'll do something at home, body weight exercises or go for a walk or anything that keeps me active. It's also served as some form of therapy for me because I was medicated for a long time for depression. And when I came off that, I needed something that could be an anchor for me to deal with the darker times that would come about, and exercise became that for me. So I have been in this world for a long time, and I actually made progress once I married the exercise with nutrition, and that essentially began in 2007 when I decided I was going to compete in a bodybuilding show. And I did that from 2008, and my last show was in 2014. And after that, I started helping other people with their preparation for shows, and that morphed into helping general people who just wanted to get into exercise and live a healthier life. And that's carried on until now. I'm 25, because I'm 43. And so for me, it's really important to have a healthy lifestyle, because it's, as I mentioned, it's been an anchor, and it allows me to live a life where I can stay active, not just in the gym, but outside. And that's the most important. I have a 16-year-old son who's active, who plays sports as well, and I like to keep up with him. And I also just feel better when I'm healthier. And so to me, there are three things that are important in order to maintain or start on your fitness journey, especially as you age. Look, if you go online, there are different videos for people of different ages and different demographics. But I think people over a certain age, and especially over 40, once you hit 40, there's a steady decline that happens. That's inevitable. It's going to happen to all of us. I've got wrinkles now, and I've got grey hair. I hide it pretty well because it's right in the middle of my dreads. But I've got grey hair coming, and that's inevitable. It's going to happen. The aging process comes for all of us. But what we can do is slow it down, and we slow it down with our habits. So as I said, for me, the three important pillars that I follow: nutrition, that's designed to help me stay healthy, first of all, to build or maintain the muscle that I have, and to also provide me all the nutrients that I need, you know. The second pillar is movement, formal and informal movement, very important. When I'm talking about formal movement, it's around resistance training in the gym. And then the other parts of it are daily walks, which I take, especially having dogs. I have to. And that's proved pretty important over the last couple of years. I track it on my watch, and I track my steps. And the last bit is recovery. And the cornerstone of recovery is sleep. And again, I track my sleep on my watch. Is it 100% accurate? I don't know. But I get a baseline. And on days I feel crappy, I look at my watch, and it's usually because I haven't slept enough. And the days I feel good, I've gotten at least 7 to 7.5 hours. So yeah, if you can find stuff that allows you to track your baseline and improve on that, it's really important. And these things are amazing. Let me see, I don't have a sponsorship with Garmin, obviously. I've used a Fitbit before. So it's super cool. I don't know if you can see here. Am I pointing at the right place? But it tracks your steps, and if you go inside, you can see how much you slept and all sorts of goodies. But yeah, so if you can pick up one of those, it can help you along. But obviously you've got the three pillars that I mentioned, but one that I would add is probably sitting on top of the pillars is consistency. If you're not consistent with any of this stuff, you won't succeed. And that's what's really made me sad about the internet lately, is everyone has these amazing routines. They have these amazing programs that you can do, which are all fantastic. And most programs can work. Most nutrition protocols can work. Most recovery protocols are great. But they only work if you do them consistently. And most people don't do them consistently. And I know, because I've been coaching people for the last 15 years, and a lot of people drop off. It's exciting initially. You get a program, you might get into it for the first week or 2 weeks, but it's boring and monotonous. So you drop off, and that's why you don't achieve the results. And for me, that's what's carried me through. And that's what will carry me through until I either die in later age or something catches me at some point. But the idea is to be consistent and give myself the best possible opportunity at aging well. We don't know what will happen. In fact, I was just watching a clip on BBC about an Olympian. I think he's won 6 or 7 gold medals. He's a cyclist from the UK. No, 6 or 7? Can't be 6 or 7. Yeah, it might be. Can't remember. A lot of them. But anyway, he's just been diagnosed with terminal cancer, and he's in stage 4. And he's a guy that's lived an active life. He's obviously had to watch his nutrition, watch his recovery, because it's important to his sport. In order for him to achieve, he had to eat well, to recover well, and to train well. And still things happen. And I think the way it's being sold to us at the moment is that some people have some sort of solution to everything that'll solve the problem of aging. There's no such thing. All you can do is do your best in order to give yourself the best possible chance of aging well. We can't predict the future, but our actions on daily can help us to give ourselves the best chance, the best opportunity of getting there. So yeah, hopefully I haven't rambled too much in this video. I feel as though I have. But as we go into 2026, I'll be making more of these, be learning to edit, so I can give you more information that can help you on your own journey. So until then, I wish you all the best and see you in the next video. Cheers.